Hi there, Karen Flaherty here from Living by Human Design. Hope you're doing well this week. This week we're going to talk about the gate 20, which is the gate of contemplation or speaking in the moment. So we've got the sun in gate 20. It started today, May 21st, and it goes until May 26th. We've also got the earth in gate 34, which is called multitasking or power. And we start with three centers defined again. We've got the throat, the sacral, and the solar plexus, all defined by the channel 3536 and the channel 3420, which is created with the current sun and moon sun and earth configuration for this week with 20 in the sun and 34 in the earth. And so what this creates is an entire channel that goes from the throat up here to the sacral. And then we've got the throat to the solar plexus defined as well. But this sun and earth alone creates the 2034, which is the gate or the channel of charisma from the sacral to the throat. And it's what makes the archetypical manifesting generator. So everybody who has this configuration is considered to be a manifesting generator. There are many people who are manifesting generators, about 1/3 of the population. And now this week, everybody will be a manifesting generator. So it's everybody will have the ability to speak and be heard. And also they will have the sacral energy if they don't usually have that. So for projectors and reflectors and manifestors, this week they will all have sacral energy. And the rest of us will all have throat energy. The generators will have throat energy. And so it will give us the feeling of having a little more power in our voices and the ability to speak and be heard, which is nice. Mercury changes from the 45 to the gate 12, and so that'll go away. But then, and so just, for example, instead of talking about leadership, we'll be talking more about reputation, for example, with the gate 12. And then Venus changes from 35 to 45. So the solar plexus will be undefined again when the 35 goes away in 2 days. So that will stay defined for 2 days. So 2 days more will be today and tomorrow will be having the feeling of the solar plexus or the emotional energy, but then that will go away. And what we'll have is what will look like this. But again, that 2034 will still be there, and the rest of the chart will look like this. So if you have any gates that would hook up with other, if you have any hanging gates that would hook up with some of these gates on your chart, that would make a difference for you. And that's what you want to take a look at in your transits. So we've got the gate 20, which is also called metamorphosis or contemplation in the now. In the original I Ching, this is the recognition and awareness in the now, which transforms understanding into right action. And so I think of it as being able to speak in the moment and being able to come up with an idea or an idea, a thought, a quote, something that will change the room, something that will change the tone of what's going on. And so it might just be kind of blurted out. It might be something you were thinking about for a long time. It might be something that you heard recently. It could be anything, but it's something that will definitely change the mood or the tone or what's going on. And that's why I've seen it called and taught as metamorphosis, because it has the ability to change things. But it's also contemplation in the now. So it's knowing what you want to say and being able to say it in a way that transforms that understanding into right action. So in IHDS, they call it the incarnation crosses this week are the cross of the sleeping phoenix, the cross of now, and the cross of duality. And then in the gene keys, we've got superficiality is the shadow, self-assurance is the gift, and presence is the CD. And I'll talk more about those in a moment. But we also got the gate 34 in the earth, but this is called multitasking. It's also called power. In fact, in the I Ching, it's called the power of the great. And also this is part of the individual circuit. Both 20 and 34 are part of the individual circuit. And power is only great when its display or use serves the common good. This is from the definitive book, what they call this gate 34. And so it's really about being able to do many things at once. And you can see how the putting the gate 34 together with the gate 20, being able to do many things, being involved in many things, reading lots of books, having lots of projects, doing all the things that manifesting generators usually do, and being able to speak in the moment is what makes this entire channel so powerful, and has it called the channel of charisma, because together with being able to do a lot of things and seeming as if you're busy all the time, and being able to speak in the moment and make changes happen at their whim, basically, it's a very powerful force. And so in Gene Keys, it's actually force is the shadow, but that's in terms of forcing things to happen. Strength is the gift, and majesty is the CD. So we've got the gate 20 in the Gene Keys. Richard had this graphic this week, magic, the art of doing nothing outside your own nature. So that's one thing about the gate 20. If you're in your if you're in your power, if you're in yourself, if you're doing what you really want to do, CD is the presence that allows you to be there. Self-assurance is the gift, because you can imagine that gives you a lot of confidence when you've got this kind of charisma. And shadow is the superficiality, because to be honest, a lot of people with the 20 and 34 don't know how to use that power. It's that powerful. And so it tends to look like as if it's superficial, as if it's just on the surface, as if there's really nothing behind the real power that's there. There are a lot of personalities born in this Sun Gate 20. As I said, it's Sleeping Phoenix, the Cross of Now, and the Cross of Duality. There were so many people, in fact, born during this period that I couldn't fit them all. So we've got people, everybody from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who wrote the Sherlock Holmes books, to Bob Dylan, to Queen Victoria, Stevie Nicks, Sir Laurence Olivier, Plato, the philosopher, John Wayne, and then a lot of industrialists. T. Boone Pickens was one of them, but then there were also some publishers, Cy Newhouse, Igor Sikorsky, who created the helicopter, Bennett Cerf, another publisher, Ralph Waldo Emerson, the poet. And so there were so many different people who were born during this week. It is a very popular week, I guess, in May, and a lot of people were born this week, but they're all manifesting generators. And then in history, we've got a number of different things going on, none of them in particular having to do with manifesting generators per se, although you can see that this is a lot of activity and a lot of creation, right? A lot of perhaps speaking in the moment to achieve these goals. So the American Red Cross was founded in 1881. Mr. Rogers' neighborhood started in 1967. Copernicus published proof of his theory, which was that the sun was the center of the solar system. Unfortunately, he died right after publication. The colony of Jamestown in Virginia was started. The Brooklyn Bridge was opened in Brooklyn, and the Constitutional Convention opened in Philadelphia. And then in 1935, Jesse Owens set 6 world records in less than an hour in Ann Arbor, Michigan for so the relay races that they were having there. And as you can imagine, setting 6 world records, I haven't done his chart, but I will. I suspect that he was a manifesting generator himself, and took advantage of this energy to get that done. So in closing, I'll just say, be aware this week. If you don't usually have sacral energy, give yourself time to rest, give yourself a little time off, so that you can, recover from all the sacral energy that you'll be feeling. Or next week, when you're done with the sacral energy, you might have a lot of things to do this week. You can get those done. And then in terms of speaking, just be aware of what you're saying. Some things might just blurt out of your mouth, and some things might be things that were there to be said for a long time. And it might be a good week to say them, because you will have that energy. Everyone will have that energy to speak and be heard, and be and then to follow through with the energy of the sacral. So have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.